about that either. I don't even see how y'all want to night folded the mother. Right. Have all that staff in there for 70 weeks. Talking about we promoted every other place. Because if I see anything going wrong with my motherfucking Facebook, I'm going to tell y'all ass to the motherfucking floor, bitch.
That is one sweet ride.
I'm gonna tell all my celebrity friends don't fuck with y'all, bitch. I'm gonna tell all my celebrity friends don't fuck with them pussy ass hoes, bitch. Cause they some pussy ass motherfucker hoes. Don't call me white girl told me about y'all. She told me about them. And I didn't listen, I'm gonna warn everybody else, bitch. You done lit a foul the bitch that you should have played with like that. All y'all had to do was let us know about our kids. You ain't have to kill all that. Got us over here acting like that we want a motherfucker. I'm not gonna read Grace, and I'm not gonna read Vanessa, because they ain't do nothing. They did right by me. You some raggedy motherfuckers, bitch. But I'm the type of bitch that do a show across the street from y'all establishment. And the mom show up and I run the tickets twice it off. Have them go over to the door to see like, is this where Greg and Madison gonna be? I'm gonna cross the street.
Yo, what's up? Hi.
Bitch, listen, if you don't know why I hit y'all hoes in y'all business neck so hard, bitch. I will hit you pussy assholes in y'all business neck so hard you don't even know the bitch that you fuck with. Cause see, I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna slander y'all bitches loud. I'm gonna tell all my friends how y'all do business. I'm gonna tell all my celebrity friends how y'all do business. All my singing friends, all my motherfucking actor friends, all my friends that want to get a place and they need to gather the two. I'm gonna tell all my friends, bitch, all of them, and especially my white ones. Because bitch don't think that I ain't connected to them either. I'm telling all my friends. So somebody tag all them pussy assholes over there at the city winery and let them know, bitch, that they got an enemy in me from this day forward. You know what? Y'all have a good night. Have a great night. We'll see you Saturday. Don't forget to get your tickets for May 2nd, May 30th in Washington, D.C. Those tickets are already on sale. Those tickets are already selling. All right? You guys have an amazing night. See you later. Hey, everybody, this is TS Madison. And if you are trying to grow your business, brand, or product, why not Amazon? To be tampered with, we will come out. It's New York City, but we're not going to bend and fold. So, bitch, when not already done. Girl, the odds are back, honey. Yeah, but it's not, honey, it's not even like that. And the odds are back. The odds are back. The odds. I'm an over. Yeah. Now we had to clear all of that up before. We're not going there. We're not. Go ahead. It's already done. Yeah, it's already done. It's already done. It's already done. It's already done. It's been handled. It's been done. It's been circumvented. We've been around. It's done. We found out that neither one of us are good friends with each other. The comments have made listen, but my back is still attached. I laid very good on it last night. I rested in my bed. Oh, that's what you got. No, no, I wasn't fucking tomorrow.
My mom's basement in Richmond Hill. It's climate controlled.
Yes, honey, but the streets were on fire. Yes, they were, girl. They were terrible.
I know, but I've only got a weenie. It's too small.
They were close.
Great. I'll give you a 16 for this. Thanks. I've got to get
Okay. Yeah, ERB. Bitch, where I put it at? Oh, right there.
In the air, nothing at all. I felt nothing. So yet here we are again. Yeah, here we are.
Where?
Here we are. What strong arms you have. Yes, because I was born male. Girl, as rich as we are, girl, we use toilet paper to wipe ourselves down. No, I don't give a fuck. Listen, one thing this man gonna keep us up. We don't have any bounty. We do. Or what's the one? What's the one I love? Viv. What's the one with the V? V. What's that? Listen, I don't know what it is. I love that. Listen, but I want to let you know that this man is gonna keep us up. Yes, indeed. Oh, that's the first thing that was grabbed, but it was a toilet tissue. Yes, indeed. What's up, people? It's been a long time since we've been here. It's been approximately about 3 weeks, I think. About 3 weeks? It has been. Yeah. We had just gotten back from Viva. That's the Viva paper towels that I'm Tell them, Craig, where we've gotten back from. We just got back from, well, not just got back. We had gotten back from. Right. We had gone to New York and did the show, and then we flew from New York to Chicago. Yeah. Then we came back here, and then I think the very next day you flew to L.A. Mm-hmm. And, so we're not going to be back at City Winery anymore. No, we won't. It's unfortunate. And we're not going to badmouth City Winery or nothing like that because we had a great run. But it seems that our run is done. So, Boston, yeah. We won't be seeing you on the 25th. No, Boston, we won't. So if you have tickets for Boston, you should be receiving a refund. Yeah. It's rather unfortunate for you all. And them. But for you all, it's rather unfortunate. And we will not be back at City Winery, period. Not this time or not that time or a time thereafter. We will not be back at City Winery again, period. We're not going to tell the Maddie Mob not to patron, or the Pen Pals not to patron City Winery because, but we won't be back there. Period. They decided that they wanted to cut ties with us because Boston's ticket sales were very low. We're transparent here, so we're going to give Boston's ticket sales were very low. I told you I didn't want to go there. No. Sales were very low, and so we decided that, we first attempted to move the date. Yeah. From March 25th to April 25th to give the Bostonians time to purchase tickets. Yeah. And when we moved the date, you, of course, get an opportunity to get a refund because you may not be available for the new date. And so some of the tickets dropped. And so it was just like, well, we're not flying up there for that. Like, listen, I got bookings elsewhere to do. I got TV and movies and things. I got other things to do. I'm not going to be over here flying there for 75 people. And I got haircuts and pedicures to get to. Right, or 78 people. I'm not doing that. And so, we were trying to move it because they initially, come on, we're going to support the team. Since we're not friends. We're here now. So they were initially going to move our date. We were going to get new dates for August. We were going to come back to you guys in August for New York City, And listen, I want to give a special shout out to Grace in New York City. Grace exhausted her resources. She did everything that she could with us. She worked excessively well with her. We love Grace. Yeah, we're not going to be at the City Winery in New York City anymore. And so we loved Grace. Grace was amazing. I love Grace to the floor and back. I also like Vanessa in Chicago. Vanessa took care of us great in Chicago. Like, we love Vanessa. But we're not about to be tiptoeing around for white folks. No, we're not doing that. And here's the thing about it. We black like that. And we got too many Matty Moms and Pen Pals that have venues and spaces that we could bring a big crowd to on a Monday night or Tuesday night. We can bring you 200 or 300 people on a Monday or Tuesday night. We sit down and we have to go over the numbers, how we want to do that. It's not a thing for us. Like, I'm not, concerned about that. We love New York City, but we're not going to bend and fold. Like, there was no reason for us. Like, you're not going to force me to go do a city that has 75 people. And you're not going to fuck us without no Vaseline. Right. And we got to buy hotels and flights. Right. And car service and all this type of stuff, And now, we will be honest with you, like, it did spike up to 128. 128, 125 or something like that. But, bitch, we're used to 200 at least. We're used to a small room of 200 and a big one of 330, 350, something like that. So we're not going to be coming to no city for 78 people. I don't give a fuck. And y'all know that we were promoting it. We were pushing it and stuff. It's just Boston was not buying. And one more thing my lawyers want me to say. We were promoting the motherfucking show, Boston. Yeah, but it's just like City Winery. It's just that Boston was not buying, and it's okay. We understand. We're not going to sell out every city. I understand that. However, I just brokered a deal with us. You just did what? I just brokered a deal on this same day. On April 25th. I just brokered a deal on this same day. Today. Facts, we're coming to Puerto Rico. What we going to be? We're coming to Puerto Rico, Fags. The Fags are coming to Puerto Rico. And since we were supposed to do New York in August, we're going to do it in August. So Puerto Rico, coming. So all my New York girls that were planning on going to the City Winery in New York, come to this. I'm going to give the location and the information. Come to Puerto Rico, and we're going to have a good time with the Fags in Puerto Rico. I just brokered the deal. I just brokered the deal on the same day. See, I don't know who those girls pussy they thought they was playing with. I don't know which girl whose pussy that they thought they was playing with. Yeah, and you got your Puerto Rican hell. I don't know which girl pussy they thought they was playing with. I don't know which one it was. I don't know which trainee they thought that they were dealing with. Correct. Which trainee and which hoe. Faggy, they thought they were dealing with. Right. But that date that y'all were getting ready to have for us in August, City Winery, NYC, we're taking that to Puerto Rico. Thanks. And the gag is, where we're having it, your rooms will be, you'll get a deal on your rooms, and we're going to have it at a massive hotel. It's going to be what? A massive hotel. I like when you talk like this. I'm actually going to check it out on April the 25th. Yes. I'm actually going to fly to go check it out on April 25th. So you're welcome to come with us, even if you don't live in Puerto Rico. Since that date is no longer available, I'm going to go on April the 25th to go check out where we're brokering our deal for August. LG said, "I'm bringing my mama. Bring mama on down. Yeah. Get your caftans."
one and only. Keep your eyes open.
You good? What's up, roast salad? I'm gonna figure out what's going on. You good, roast salad?
Stay strapped.
So, okay, bet. I'm gaming, by the way. I probably should have told you that. Are you speaking in clips? I don't really know why I do that, but I do that sometimes. But I'll just like to emphasize something. I'll just, bitch, come on. What you playing? I am playing GTA Online with an online acquaintance.
Hello.
Bitch, I was a prostitute. I want you to understand the bitch that you was dealing with. I was a prostitute, bitch. No weapon was formed against me that prospered then, and not one shall prosper against me now. It won't work. It won't work. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. It won't work. No weapon formed against me. Give me that ad lib again. No weapon. One more time. One more time. Bitch. Who the fuck y'all hoes think? The fans are back, bitch. Who the fuck y'all hoes think it was, bitch, or what time of day it was? Okay. And we were black. That's right. Are you crazy? We've always known how to pivot. Bitch, y'all didn't even give us the motherfucking whole pig. Y'all gave us the intestines, bitch, and we made chitlins, bitch. Right. And you girls tried to make it gourmet. You didn't even give us the whole pig, girl. We made sauce. With scraps. We made hoghead cheese. Are you crazy? Pig's feet. I would read that email. Matter of fact, I am. Go ahead. Go ahead. While she's pulling up the email, we will be in St. Pete for Shades of Pride. That's going to be May 2nd. That's going to be May 2nd. Get your tickets. Get your tickets. Those tickets are already selling. They're already moving. Oh, this hand. They're already selling. They're already moving. Here's your QR code down here if you want to scan that. Let's get your tickets because we're going to be there. You ready? We truly appreciate this relationship we built with you and your team. It once felt like a perfect match. However, things have taken a direction we can no longer support. we found ourselves facing significant challenges due to lack of
All
promotional
right, I gotta go
support,
make pancakes and
as well
show
as last
them
minute
in my
date changes and cancellations.
booty. Oh, okay.
These decisions have real
Show.
financial
Okay.
consequences, and unfortunately, they've made it clear that this partnership is no longer
Nice.
substantial.
I'm all about some anal play. Plugging some holes.
Sustainable for us.
I'm with it.
We're
Have
grateful for the
fun.
business and camaraderie we've shared up until now. But we've decided to take the show off sale, issue full refunds. So all you Bostonians here, get your full refunds. Issue full refunds to all ticket holders and step away from working together going forward. This applies to all markets we operate. Wishing you and your artists all the best in the future. Warmly, Shlomo. Thank you. Thank you. Now, everybody that has bought tickets for every other show, we've showed up and showed out each and every time, right? And we promoted each and every time. For all those that have bought tickets for the couple of times that you came out and saw us, we even protected them when they treated us like niggas in Philadelphia, in Philly, when they treated us like niggers, niggers, trainee and faggy niggas. In Philly, we protected them from any slander statement. We're not slandering them now. We're just telling you our experience. Oh, Tito, you say y'all not spending y'all black dollars at the city winery anymore? Hey, we didn't tell you to do it, but you know, we don't make decisions for you all. But I'm with you when you're right. No, we didn't tell y'all to do it. Shit. But I mean, that was the route that they've decided that they wanted to take. Yes, because we had a date change because it was the ticket. So we was like, well, maybe, and then they said we weren't promoting, and we were promoting. The stuff is still in my bio. I gotta go take the shit down out of my bio. We were promoting it, and also, they weren't promoting it on their end for a moment. Not that they're really, and they charge us for promotion. That comes out of our bottom line. They charge us for promotion. And they weren't at first, and then all of a sudden they did it, and then 40 tickets came in. So they wanted us to go all the way up for 2 or 3 more weeks with 78 or 75. We had 75 or 78 people. They wanted us to go all the way up. The logical thing, when we travel to a city, it takes us about, we're talking about the money. It takes us about $3,000. No, it costs more than that. Yeah, but like $3,000-$4,000 on the low end, about $4,000. That's just usually like flights and hotel. Yeah, $4,000 for us to travel our city to city. So if we're not, and two, we don't get a chance to set our prices the way we like to set our prices. Right. They determine the prices for their markets. And so again, we don't have a lot of control. Like when we do these cities like the Howard, we're able to control our ticket prices. Baltimore, we're able to control our ticket prices. So we do it here. Yeah. So we want to deal in places where we still have control. Like, and this is no shade to Citywide. We love them. We had a great run with them. They treated us good, like in the email, until now. Because that's what they say. Wait, did I read it right? You read it right. But I'm going to tell you, I'm going to decode that email. Because, see, that's white. Bringing them up so they can get a front row seat. When this person said, however, hold on. Things have to. You're going to decode it? Hold on. I'd like to be shot from the top. Oh, from the top. Decode from the beginning. We've truly appreciated the relationship we've built with you and your team. We did. It once felt like it, but it was. However, okay, things have taken a nasty turn. It was Boston, or was it the time that we were complaining how we were treated? Was it the nasty turn when we were complaining how we were treated and how our fans and how our people were treated in Philly? Was that one of the turns? Right. How they nastily treated our people at the city winery in Philly. Nastily. And what did y'all do to correct that? They sent us an apology.
Right, but I mean, did they do anything over there with the people over there? Did they have a conference with them?
I don't know because their security was walking over to because we felt like as fags, as homosexuals,
Right,
that they were walking over there being some type of way because we had a gay show,
right,
which we're not a gay show.
at all. We had that conversation recently too. Keep going.
But you know, did they? I don't know if anybody represented over there, but all of you were out there in the comment section that attended the show, the sold out show, by the way.
Correct.
That attended the show in Philly that were treated away, and we were sitting there trying to hold it in
and try not to let the audience know that it was some bullshit.
And even when we returned back here to this place, we still didn't throw them under the bus. We just very much so was like we didn't like the way that our people were treated.
Correct.
And then they tried to make it out like we were the problem when it was actually their facility and their people there.
They were acting like they had somewhere to go. Like they were like, y'all not done yet? Because like the meet and greets usually do take a while, right? And typically in our experience with the show, there are just as many people buying meet and greet tickets that are buying general admission tickets. And so the meet and greet will sometimes take as half the time that it takes to do the actual show itself. And so it was almost like the staff there were like, we got somewhere to go. Like they were ready to get on. Like they were ready to punch out.
Right.
Like, well, we can't rush our people. Like they want to chit chat for a moment. They want to take pictures. You know, we cut up. And it was getting very much so.
So that's kind of where the turn started taking because we were very vocal about we didn't like the way that establishment were treating our people.
Because I still got whiplash when that car turned.
Yeah, and it was like the way they like their staff was walking all down, counting the people in our line.
Right.
They were doing all that, and the walked over there like, man, how many more? And told us that we had to do. Because what we had, like 47 meter field, 57 meter, it was
they capped it. It was like 55.
Yeah, it was like 55, and then they told us in those moments
because they capped because it would have been more than that.
They told us, well, you need to do this in the next 15 minutes.
We need to do that. Who are you talking to?
You want us to do this line of people that come out and loved on us in 15 minutes?
And remember, some of the people who were in Philly weren't from Philly. Some of those people traveled to Philly to see the show. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like when people make sacrifices and they spend their money, you can't just rush people along.
And so we brought this to their attention. So this is where the turn started to come.
Correct.
So we brought this to their attention and they act like we killed the world. But because our good black woman friend Grace
in New York,
they never need to ever shit on Grace. They need to never in their they need to never disrespect Grace because Grace saved them from this type of stuff right here. We're not being slanderous. We're just telling our experience. Grace saved them from this, and Grace actually saved them from me turning into a motherfucking hurricane on them. And also, it was the same way, like the lady from the one from Atlanta jumped in it. Like we were saying negative things about the place, and we were not saying anything negative about it. We just was. And I'm like, well, why Atlanta over here in it? What y'all got to do with it? Because we're not reading anybody in Atlanta. What's the tea? That's why y'all hadn't seen us in Atlanta, and you're not going to see us in Atlanta City Winery anymore either. So it was like, why would y'all do that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, our whole thing is these people come out. Some of them are queer, some of them are trans, all of them are black. Some of them are white, but all of them are black. We feel like you can't take us. You're not going to treat our black folks who work 9 to 5 in their cubicle fish to come out and see the motherfucking bag. You're not going to treat them some way. So we were definitely advocating for our people and for our name because that's what we got. That's the only thing we have is our people and our name because y'all can have the seats all you want to. We will motherfucking pitch a tent outside your establishment to show you how we don't play. We would pitch a tent right outside across the street on one of your business nights, right? So that you know that the pen pals and the bags are nothing to be tampered with. We will come out, especially after this.
Bitch, you better ask Target, ho. You better motherfucking ask Target, bitch, because I was talking about Target months ago.
But we're not talking about Target right now.
Right. But they better take notes from Target,
We're
bitch,
talking about
and get in line.
We're talking about our experience.
Right.
And our experience is, you know, we have a great experience until the Philly run in.
Right.
And then everybody started to try to windmill like we were wrong. You are our patrons. If you don't like your guests and your stuff like that, instead of trying to check us, check your people. Instead of coming in and tapping us on the shoulder, why don't you check your people? Your people were in the wrong. Your people were the ones that had got us into this situation. Okay, so we mended it after that. We mended it after that. They apologized because it was because of grace. It was because of grace. It was not because all of them bonded together, honey, like hair weave and bonding glue, and they felt some type of way then, threatening me about taking shows off the market. And I'm like, listen, let me tell you something. None of you pussy assholes can't threaten me with a motherfucking thing. I am self-appointed. I am self-made, bitch. So can't nobody threaten me, snatching me out of any motherfucking bell, bitch. Because I bring the beat. So can't no bitch threaten to snatch me out of anywhere. And so I was really hot, and Grace talked to me. Grace was very kind.
This was backstage at DC, at the DC show, the Howard Theater show when you talked to Grace.
Yes, Grace was very kind. Grace, I'm telling you, like, I fuck with Grace the wrong way. I wish Grace had her own establishment because Grace took care of us. So if you guys go to the City Winery and you run into Grace, tell Grace thank you, but the mob is not returning back there. They didn't have to tell us not to come back. We're okay. We're good.
Fancy Dancy, I saw that you said you still shop at Target, girl.
Girl, we're not thinking about Target right now, girl. Because Target already.
Target is on their way out like cow doors. However, things have taken a direction we can no longer support. We found ourselves facing significant challenges due to lack of promotional support. Now, first of all, bitch, you lying. Shlomo. You lying because we promoted this shit every time we sat down over here, and we used our social media to promote it, and we do stuff separately on our live streams. And I know damn well I was promoting this shit on my shit. I promoted it on my Patreon, so we did promote it. And you all didn't promote it because we have the email to say just that you all fell behind in your promotion, that you charged us for, and you weren't even promoting the way that you should have been. You want to say anything about that?
No, you got it. Go ahead.
Then you go on to say, as well as last-minute date changes and cancellations. First of all, there were no last-minute date changes and shit. Because we gave you all a heads up. We told you all a month before the March 25th date that the tickets were moving slowly because we started promoting, then what, in February?
For the moment that we got it, we started promoting.
We had like 60 days to promote that, and people just weren't buying the tickets. And so I said, well, Madison, they're not really buying the tickets in Boston. We need to just go ahead and pull the Boston show. And so they didn't want to cancel it, so they moved it from March 25th to April 25th, a month later. Still. And then what happened was, like I said a moment ago, the tickets dropped, because at that point we were like at 120, 130 tickets.
No, it wasn't 130, it was 120.
120. But then when we moved it to April 25th, it dropped because obviously people who had bought tickets weren't able to make the April 25th date, so they were able to get a refund. So it dropped in number. You think we're going to buy plane tickets for 6 of us and we only flying in first class?
That's it.
Our tickets alone. Bitch. We not flying up there for that. And then when we get down there, we got to have black cars. We have to have at least 2 for luggage, for people. Then we got to eat. We got to pay for hotels. We got to eat. We got to take black cars to the venue, black cars back to the hotel, black cars to the airport, black cars when we land here in Atlanta to go home. We're not coming up there for 78 tickets.
No, it's not working like that.
You're not going to have us in the red. So at any rate, then you go on to say, these decisions have real financial consequences. You're right.
For us. You can refund those people back their money and put another act in there tomorrow.
put another what?
Put another act in there tomorrow. There are plenty of white artists that'll sell your shit out.
But what I'm suspecting is Boston ain't really got a lot going on up there, and y'all probably having problems selling tickets in general. And once they motherfucking add these tariffs to shit coming up,
which we're going to talk
your
about.
president, ain't nobody gonna be doing nothing in Boston. Then you go on to say these decisions have real financial consequences, and unfortunately, they've made it clear that this partnership is no longer sustainable for us.
For Boston?
Girl, I didn't want to come there no way in the first place.
You mean for Boston?
I said that day one.
So are we being reprimanded? Are you?
No, we being reprimanded.
No, hold on, because this is the question. Are we being reprimanded or punished for our being vocal about what happened to us in Philly?
I don't know.
Do you think that that's what that was about? Because we were not treated right in Philly. We were not. And I got all types of industry friends that sing, that dance, that do shows that I will definitely be whispering in their ear about these places. Bitch, please listen. I posted about the starter house, bitch. I got mainstream press everywhere, and all I did was go out there and cut a ribbon. Don't you ever for a minute think that, bitch, the sword cuts both ways. And we haven't done anything but brought nothing but
business
there.
We're grateful for the business and camaraderie we've shared up until now. But we've decided to take the show ourselves. No, you didn't decide a motherfucking thing.
No, we weren't going to do
We
it.
had told you we weren't coming. Bitch, I didn't buy no plane tickets for us yet.
We weren't doing it.
We buy our flights and shit in advance. I ain't bought a ticket for Boston. Ain't booked a hotel. Bitch, we weren't coming. You didn't decide a motherfucking thing. We told y'all we weren't coming. And you tried to strong arm us and tell us that we needed to come. They've issued full refunds to all ticket holders and step away from working together going forward. Okay. This applies to all markets. Girl, y'all ain't in that many motherfucking markets, bitch. Chicago, New York, Boston, St. Louis, Philly. You're only in 5 cities. Bitch, there are 50 cities.
Bitch, are you crazy?
And we've only been to a handful of the states.
Are you crazy?
From all markets. Bitch, y'all ain't even got no market share. We've removed y'all from all markets.
No, we're not angry either.
No, we're not.
Because I brokered a deal the same day. I brokered a deal the same exact day.
Right.
The moment y'all was sending that email, we said yes to the other one.
Okay.
Have you lost your motherfucking mind, bitch? I live in a $1.2 million home, bitch. My mortgage is $10,000 every single month, bitch. and I haven't missed it. And ain't gonna miss it. That's the shit that I be thinking, I be feeling like when they be like, well, we're gonna, bitch, you think I'm not gonna eat because you do that? No, bitch, we're the artists. It's our way.
That's right.
And we're trying to make it convenient. We were trying to be convenient in the space. You know what I'm saying? To be like, okay, well, what we'll do, because we were offered, they wanted us to come back to New York in August.
Right.
And we were offered that. And we was like, well, okay, well, what we'll do is I had said, well, let's just try to line Boston up with New York, Boston, and then Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
And let's just do it like that. Let's just move it one more time,
Mm-hmm.
and then whatever it is, just let it be
Right.
that. But they came back with that decision. It's like, okay, cool. You made it easy for us, so let me roll over here and pick up. And again, my phone is always ringing, bitch. Always.
And there is no city winery in D.C., so I saw somebody put it up there. There is none.
Always.
There used to be.
I don't know if you think I'm some small time geek. Bitch, someone. I don't know if you think I'm some small time gig, bitch.
A little saloon
I don't know
worker.
if you think that I'm a mom and pop store, bitch.
A little saloon
I don't
worker.
know if that's what you thought.
A little mom and pop.
Bitch. The moment that email came in, I said, oh, okay. Go ahead and take that other place over there, girl. Go ahead and handle that.
In Puerto Rico.
Go ahead and take care of that. And get the bag set up for Puerto Rico. You did-
We've traced some untraceable weapons for you. If you're quick, you can head over there and grab them before they're seized by the cops.
Bitch, you hit yourself. Because when I finished talking to my artist friend behind the scene, and I quote, behind the scenes, email me then, okay? When I finished talking to the rest of my girlfriends. My girlfriend.
All right, so listen.
Shit.
Huh?
Looks
I
like
was
the cops
hoping on
Yes,
the
it did.
I am so mad I didn't get to come.
When you at the doctor.
No, I went to the doctor the previous time, but Sunday I was on a flight. I'm sitting on the plane watching Netflix on my phone. My phone powered off. It never came back on. Girl, I didn't even have your phone up. And bitch, I messaged you on Instagram.
Oh, girl, I don't check my inbox.
Greg, I told you I don't be on my.
But we sent stuff. Okay.
And so, but I kind of felt like you may not have seen it because
I did.
it was going into the day of the starter house, and I knew that you probably were busy. But anyway, my numbers did not come back. Some of them came back, some of them did not. Trent's came back, but yours didn't come back. And so I spent Monday at Apple trying to get the phone, get a new phone. They tried to give me tried to charge me $400 to repair it. I said, no, bitch, I got the insurance. I got the insurance through Verizon Wireless.
Oh, you was Verizon.
Yes. So I ended up paying the $99, and then I had to wait. The insurance, they brought the phone to my house. They brought the new one to the house.
Oh, yeah, they do that.
Yeah.
We have an iPhone.
Yeah.
Or Android. I heard they do that with
They
Android.
do that with Android?
I heard they do that with Androids, too. Oh, Mo has an
Yeah, he does.
It's cheap. He's not here.
Yeah. I don't know anything about Androids. I don't know what they do over there.
I can taste them like a Android with surprise.
So, but they didn't bring the phone until they gave me a window. And so your thing was in the starter house opening or grand opening was in the afternoon. And so I had to wait for them. And so I'm still trying to put contacts back on my phone. I was so disgusted. But at any rate, it was great. And I wanted to say, because Dominique had reached out to me to say something. I was going to say something. I knew what I was going to say.
Yes, you did.
So I'm going to say it here, meaning. Well, hold on. Let's run that. Go ahead. Let's run the thing.
5 at 5 Metro Atlanta pausing today to celebrate the lives and contributions of transgender people on Transgender Day of Visibility. Community leaders and advocates marking the day with the grand opening of the T.S. Madison Starter House. It is a new reentry home for formerly incarcerated transgender women. The new facility acts as a safe space for women returning to the community. The project is a first-of-its-kind collaboration between T.S. Madison, reality TV personality, and Nassim Incorporated, a historic organization dedicated to the health and well-being of Black LGBTQ community.
That's right. That's right, bitch. The T.S. Madison Starter House. Do you know how much news press has been around that? Like, and I was just like, wow. Craig, I said, wow. And this stuff is going on. Like, VH1 posted about it today. Like, they gave time. Our magazine, like, it's so much stuff that's like, centered around it. And what's amazing about it is that, we're also shooting a docuseries about it. So it is going to be a TV show too. I brokered that deal. I'm a businesswoman.
Okay.
Business with a business.
That's right.
You do post shit like this with a whole
Right, but see, that's that white people shit. Send you a nice email trying to gather you.
Yeah. You do business with a businesswoman. You don't play with a businesswoman. Right. We're also doing that where we at first I was apprehensive about making it a TV show because I was like, girl, I don't want nobody to think this is going to be like a baddies thing.
Oh, no.
But then I looked at, like, we need to see great coming out stories. We need to see how this process works so that other people
Can have something to aspire to.
Not just aspire to, so that other people can create this in their city.
That's right.
And
That's
we need for them to see how this operates, how this works.
A roadmap.
A roadmap, like a blueprint.
Yeah.
You know, we need to see that. We need to see the coming together. And not only that, it's the fact that I got a lot of media coverage behind around it, which a lot of times when I was telling those girls the other time, like, wow, they're real friends. I'm doing real friends, which further solidifies who I am. Where I stand in my community, and I understand that, you know, where I stand in my community, especially.
Since you're big bad bikers, we should see about getting you some getaway bikes. Your driver, Zach, tells me
During these times. Now, people have to understand that this is a community thing, right? We're not getting any grants from the government. The government is not giving that. Because I saw people in the comment section talking about, oh, when Trump finds out, he can find out he wants to.
Right.
Bitch, that's my motherfucking house, bitch.
That's right.
That's my motherfucking house, bitch. He can find out whatever the fuck he want to find out. He can suck this dick. He can find out exactly what he choose. That's my motherfucking house. And so it is a community.
Get out the way. Fuck.
The same way that the documentary, the docuseries about it, by us, it will be streaming on Wow Presents Plus. Okay. You know, that's where we're going to start it, and we'll probably go out and try to sell it other places, but it will be streaming on Wow Presents Plus. And I'm very excited about it because I get the opportunity again, you know, to just lend my presence and make a change for other people's lives. Now, if you want to donate to the Starter House, there's QR codes here. You know, all the money goes. We are partnered with NASA, National AIDS Education Services for Minorities. Tell us again what it is, Fred. National AIDS Education Services for Minorities. They're partnered with NASA Inc. And with NASA Inc., all of the donations, all of the proceeds, everything goes through NASA. NASA Inc. handles everything.
Like they're a 501c3.
They are a 501c3. You get a detailed report of your donation. You get forms so that you can write about on your taxes. You know, so if you want to donate to the Starter House, this is the T.S. Master Starter House Guild, you can give $5 for the 5 black.
Then I wouldn't have been so shocked. Like, oh shit, all right.
When that car turned, yeah, and it was like the way the way they like the. You want us to do this line of people that come out and loved on us, and at first I was apprehensive about making it a TV show because I was like, girl, I don't want nobody to think this is going to be like a baddie thing. Oh no! But then I
Why do we need 4 cars?
Bingo, bring it home. The bikes might be in there. Shoot the lock to get the rear door open. I don't need to, tell you. It's not in there, so keep looking.
looked at like we need to see great coming out stories. We need to see how this. Oh no! But then I looked at like we need to see great coming out stories. We need to see how this process works so that other people
Then have something to aspire to.
not just aspire to, so that other people can create this in their city.
That's right.
And we need for them to see how this operates, how this works.
A roadmap.
A roadmap, like a blueprint.
Yeah.
We need to see that. We need to see the coming together. And not only that, it's the fact that I got a lot of media coverage around it, which a lot of times when I was telling those girls the other time, like while they're real press, I'm doing real press, which further solidifies
who I am and where I stand in my community. And I understand that, where I stand in my community, especially during these times. Now, people have to understand that this is a community-based project. We're not getting any grants from the government. The government is not giving that, because I saw people in the comment section talking about, oh, when Trump finds out, he can find out all he wants to. Right. Bitch, that's my motherfucking house, bitch. That's right. That's my motherfucking house, bitch. He can find out whatever the fuck he want to find out. He can suck this dick. He can find out exactly what he should do. That's my motherfucking house. Well, I can tell you who will suck it if that kid's famous. Well, girl, I don't know about that girl. He was doing drag 2 years ago. But go ahead. Phenomenal woman. That. And so it is a community-based thing. It is by us. The same way that the documentary, the docuseries about it, is by us. It will be streaming on Wild Presents Plus. Okay. That's where we're going to start it, and then we'll probably go out and try to sell it other places. But it will be streaming on Wild Presents Plus. And I'm very excited about it because I get the opportunity again, to just lend my presence to make a change for other people's lives. Now, if you want to donate to the Starter House, here's a QR code here. All of the money goes. We are partnered with NASEM Inc. National AIDS Education Services for Minorities. Come on, tell us again what it is, Craig. National AIDS Education Services for Minorities. We are partnered with NASEM Inc. And with NASEM Inc., all of the donations, all of the proceeds, everything goes through NASEM. NASEM Inc. handles everything. And they're a 501c3. They are a 501c3. You get a detailed report of your donations. You get forms so that you can write it off on your taxes. So if you want to donate to the Starter House, this is the T.S. Madison Starter House Guild, you can give $5 for the 5 Black trans women who will live in the house, $16 for the 16 years of Trans Day of Visibility, $31 for March 31st, the day the world recognizes and honors trans lives. So we're not even asking you for millions of dollars. It was $5, $16, $31. So, all of this stuff it goes for a place. And so you gotta understand that, this is by the community, even if you're adjacent, right? Meaning you're not gay, you're not trans, you're a mo. Queer, you're a mo, which is a fact. A PHAG. Yeah. He's a PHAG. I feel like how that stops. Most straight men do. Have you been to a barbershop lately? No. Okay, they gossip like women. No. You gotta look at the sign and be like, bitch, I thought I was at the hair salon. No, bitch, you at the barbershop. They gossip like women. And so,
we did it, Joe. We did it.
So if you love us like you say you love us, have opportunity to, to give. Now, this is a great segue into the Marvin Sapp story. I was going to say, bitch, because we can lock the doors, bitch, and we can make them donate. Lock the doors, Mo. Lock the chat. Lock the doors. Lock the chat. The doors, bitch. Listen. There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. We all gonna leave together. Y'all ain't going no place but to the restaurant. There's 1,000 of you tonight, and those that are watching, it's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight. I'm challenging each of you all down here to give a $20 seed. Now, everyone up here, we've all sold and seeded, but I need everyone standing up here with us, with me, to plant a seed of $100. Because again, it costs to sit up there. I got you. I need to see 1,000 people.
Bitch ran right into a fucking train.
Bring them baskets. I want the baskets up here. I want to see the folks. Y'all start moving. Y'all can bring it right now. Come. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people online need to give $20. This is easy, saints. This is an easy miracle. We should be able to raise $40,000 tonight just from y'all giving it.
So my question is, where was the $40,000 going?
I don't know, but he got a $60,000 Rolex on his arm.
Oh, you know what it is, 'cause you got one on yours. But
Girl, you weren't supposed to turn around and stab me, girl.
girl, you were not chopping my arm.
We were talking about Martha.
Girl, was we betting you, bro? She's a Rolex.
But when last time you went to church and made a donation?
Right here at the house. I want to give a special shout out to Brandon Anthony in the comment section who on Instagram who broke the deal for me for Puerto Rico.
So you got to over there.
Somewhere else.
And Fag Talk is going to be.
Yeah.
Well, Fag Talk's going to be in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, we're gonna be working with him and the hotel that we're going to do Fag Talk at the hotel in Puerto Rico.
Right.
The details will come. We're going to try to do it in August so that you guys can get your tickets. We can get you guys to plan it out now so you can get your tickets in August to come on out and hang with us in August.
Right.
I wonder what date they were looking for in New York City because we need that date for us in Puerto Rico. So our New York girls can fly all the way from New York to Puerto Rico. I want to do that.
Now, they do say, that of course, this Marmoset video is old. It was from last year, like towards the end of last year. But it just started resurfacing again across social media. And I just felt like it was important for us to talk about this. And see, that's that church foolishness. Now, I don't know what they did with that $40,000. From what I understand, I think they ended up raising about $80,000 from that. But my point is, I don't understand why. And I'm not saying that there aren't churches who do, but I'm trying to figure out why aren't these churches using money like that to build up our community. And again, I'm not saying that there aren't churches who do it, but that should be across the board. Churches in general should be doing that. Because there are too many black communities where there are food deserts. And when I say food deserts, I mean like you can't even get fresh produce, bitch. You got all these fucking fast food places on every corner, liquor stores on every corner, all this processed food. There needs to be gardens, grocery stores, and things like that. Why can't they do that? And again, don't put no shit in these comments talking about, well, my church. We ain't talking about your motherfucking church. I said church as a body, as a community. That should just go without saying. The Head Start should be free. All these children you're out here having. Yeah, they need to be Head Start so y'all can get y'all asses to work.
When he said lock the door, I was like, yikes.
I'd have been at that door tussling with if you don't get out my motherfucking way, Mildred.
But don't do my grandma, bitch. Mildred, dude. My grandma named Mildred, bitch. Don't you do my grandma. Mildred, get out the way. Bitch, Mildred in heaven right now. She would have been, she did. Bitch, Mildred would have had her fucking said the same thing. Get the fuck out of the way, bitch.
You know, y'all ain't going nowhere but to eat. I sure am. You about to sit here and hold me hostage, bitch? What you think you ice?
Where you going to the Red Lobster? Right. The Piccadilly. Girl, or the Red Lobster. You know, the church folks. Baby. They say that Red Lobster, and knowing each shellfish is an abomination. But they be down there tearing that Red Lobster. But you know they're going to pick and choose. Yeah, girl, they do. You know they're going to pick and choose. Yeah, girl, they do. I was just like... And then he was explaining on a radio show about a week or so ago, you know, that he understands what it looks like and it wasn't intended to look that way. Well, it did. The church has been doing a whole bunch of foolishness recently. I mean, they have, but before you jump to the next, I know you headed there. I know you headed there. I know you headed there. Miss McClurkin, girl, I know you come to tap Donnie on the show. Because he getting tapped. But I'm just going to tap him on the show. Well, let it fall down so you can get that. Because a saint ain't nothing but a sinner that fell down. Mm-hmm. And got back up. Mm-hmm. But I want to say,
You'll remember I directed your attention to some keypads when you were looking around the casino. Yeah, their tech is some of the best in the business, government level, which means we need to go all the way up the chain to the server farm in the Noose headquarters. What do you need to get into a government facility? That's right, a government agent. I found one with an impersonate. Use his card to get into the facility. We're taking out an agent to get into a government facility to get a hack for the keypads at the casino. I hope that's clear to everyone. Makes perfect sense to me.
This is why there's so many reasons why I've removed myself from evangelistic shit. Like I removed myself from TBN. Like that was an active thing in this house. There was an active thing at the start of the house. Was an active thing. Now that don't mean I don't love the Lord.
That's right. There's a separation.
That don't mean I don't love the Lord. But when I watched how those white people did during the George Floyd, the way they handled that, and I was sitting there I was staring at my mama while they was up there talking, like the way they were preaching around that shit on TVN. I was sitting there like this at my mama.
And what did she say?
What, boo? Boo. You know, boo. It's a lot of things I don't agree with the way, you know, but you know, boo. I said, Mom, you think these motherfucking crackers you think these ain't real crackers? You don't see these pussy ass crackers out here rallying for Trump? These white honky tonk motherfuckers is won't Trump to sit in the seat. And also saying that Derek Chauvin is innocent. John Hagee, big fat motherfucking turkey neck having ass bitch. John Hagee, all them other pastors like that Mike Huckabee who Trump appointed to foreign affairs. You knew who Mike Huckabee was because he was on TVN. I made a post about Mike Huckabee. Remember when those black people were marching and no white people came out there and said they were trying to trespass in their yard? I think they pulled out firearms and shit on them. And I was wax. My mama like this. Them is fucking crackers. And I know you like TVN,
right?
But it's off here today. Today is the last day that TVN is being paid to bitch.
I know, that's right. They won't get no ratings over here.
Today is the last fucking day that TVN being played to this motherfucker. Because it's one thing to love the Lord, but it's another to act like shit ain't happening in the world. It's one thing to love the Lord, and it's another thing to uphold that Paula White.
Ooh, she always seemed like racist to me.
Standing up in front of the black, and see they target black folks because black folks gonna give and give and give because black folks believe in suffrage. Because the Bible says long suffering, and you'll get your reward in heaven. While they riding around in Bentleys, bitch, they got lake houses every motherfucker will offer lock the doors and give me $40,000
in private jets.
Why that man over there in that big church? Motherfucker got private jets in their corner. His motherfucking ass talking to him. What was that crocker name? Why you got to have two private jets?
And that Joel Osteen has always seemed slippery to me. Now I don't know nothing about him being no racist, but that Joel Osteen, remember when that stuff happened down there? What's the name of his church? Down there in Texas.
I don't know where it's at, but all that money was in the
Lakewood. I think it's called Lakewood. But remember, my thing with him is when they had those floods down there in Houston.
Huh?
Is that who you talking about? Kenneth Copeland, is that what you talking about?
Yeah, he had two jets, and I remember they cornered his ass coming out the store or somewhere. They cornered him.
And he was like, they was wearing him out about it. He had 2 private jets, but you can't do it the first one. But Joe Osteen wouldn't even let those people down there in Houston. Ron Parsley, all of them wouldn't even let those people come in when they had that flooding, and all those people got flooded out down there in Houston. He had this huge mega church. So you done built this huge church, and it's only for people to come in there on Sunday?
So you can collect and take up offering. And when people really needed refuge, you couldn't have let those people come in because the church, from what I understand, kind of sits up. And so it didn't get flooded. It was one of the few places that didn't get flooded. Why in the fuck was all that money in the wall? And I like Joel Osteen because of his positivity, the way he positive. He smiles too goddamn much for me. I'm all right with that. He gives me pedophile. I'm not saying he is. But that smile is a little creepy. It's given very much so to catch a predator. But for me, it's just stuff like that. When I look at them white people, those white evangelists and stuff, and I look at and I watch how the elderly sit there and they run those commercials. And when you die, give your annuity to the church. Do something for the Lord. Mm-hmm. When you die, first of all, let's talk about the niggas too, because the niggas ain't do nothing but learn from them. Seducing their own people. The niggas learn from them and standing up there trying to get Trump in office, and then not everybody gagging. All them old people you got in your church, bitch, knowing Social Security finna get cut off. How you gonna get your donations then? Prescription drugs are high now. Why the fuck when Johnny, what's mama's name with the tight shirt that was alive? Eddie Long. Why Eddie Long? Why would Eddie Long? Why you calling mama? Why when Miss Mamas was alive? You had to show your taxes down there to the Newburgh. Well, you know they should say that about Front Flow Dollars Church. You got to file your taxes doing them. Somebody told me I used to date a guy that used to go to Front Flow Church, and I found out, not through him, but I found out that they would call you if you were not up on your dues, not dues, what they call tithes. If you hadn't paid your tithes, they would call like, yeah, according to our, they would have the secretary or somebody call you. Give it very much so. Don't you need to come see us?
Need somebody to let me know what say he wasn't going to come back to Atlanta because he didn't make enough money.
Who said that? Oh, I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know if it's true or not. Well, shit. Listen, okay. All right. That's why you got to get the Lord, know the Lord for yourself. That's right.
You got to get to know the Lord for yourself, bitch. And I don't preach against nothing about loving the Lord because listen, you listen to those people. Wait a minute, Caleb, hold on. Hold on, wait a minute. She's coming to what? Caleb, there it is. Caleb says, I can confirm the Creflo Dollar story. That's why my family stopped going in the 90s, bitch. Thank you, Caleb. Because, see, I know he's a bitch in the audience.
So, plan A was to steal our charges from a local munitions warehouse. Then some rednecks from up north stole them for a round of explosive baseballs for 72 hours straight. So, this should be like taking candy from a really drunk baby.
Gonna try to.
I wonder if his belt has hands-free.
All of the issues, and only diplomatic solution can be possible.
You have also pointed to the absence of Russia from the list of global
challenge the veracity of what I'm saying. What is it? The veracity. That means the truth of it. Oh, I thought it meant the stretching. No, the veracity. Oh, that's velocity.
Oh, they say first.
That's elasticity.
Someone said Creflo is Kenneth's. Someone said Creflo is Kenneth's mentor.
Yeah, you're thinking elasticity and velocity. You went to school for both of us, girl. Thank you for that. Yes, veracity. I am therapy. That's it. Veracity. Okay. Yes, indeed. You got any more of the other stuff? Yes, indeed. That's right. Yes.
That's kind of spark a little bit, honey.
Mm-hmm.
The last time we pointed up stuff that was good now.
Yes, indeed.
The show went left. I screamed and told everybody to suck my dick.
Girl, I told them all to come to my channel and watch, bitch. Like, girl.
Didn't they come?
Girl, they came.
You're welcome. There's a lot of things I give, but it's not.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
In the words of Luther, here and now.
Here and now.
When the TV and shit, like, and then when I really watched it. I really been moved by some of the messaging. Now, don't get me wrong. I've been moved by some of the messaging and a lot of stuff in the TV, and I just was like, you know, because I look past man and look for the mess.
All right. Yeah.
But when they started talking around that stuff with that George Floyd, I could not
sending them dog whistles.
I could not hear that.
Right.
I could not pay that attention. I could not feel that. Like, I don't know George Floyd. I didn't know him. And if I'd have died in the streets, he probably wouldn't have gave two fucks about me. Probably wouldn't have. Right. You know, as a matter of fact, he wouldn't have gave a fuck.
Right.
But that was a national thing.
That was.
That was a worldwide thing. And that black people, did you sit in a white church and they were quiet about that? Or they were preaching in the other direction? Or they were preaching in another direction? How could you sit in a
in a mega church or sit at home watching a mega church. Mm-hmm. Somebody in the comments said, look on TMZ's website. I was just pulling up to see what's over here.
What's going on?
What's
That?
What's that? Is that?
About David Beckham?
You don't care about this?
Mm-mm.
What else? Something else?
I don't see nothing.
Send it to Mo.
What happened?
I don't want to hear about no white people right now. We trying to black people. I don't care about no David Beckham. What are you a soccer player?
Yeah. The tiger mauling that man. Oh, it's a tiger mauling a man. But go ahead. What were you saying?
Oh, Instagram disconnected. Oh, girl, it was an hour already?
You're right.
Oh, girl, see y'all later.
Instagram be up out of there. Well, girl, you done dug your hands in here. You got something for me, too. It's the same tainted ice. It's the same tainted ice.
That sounds like a slogan will come out with tainted ice. Oh, get you none. Go get you a cup when you go there and get you a plate. Baby, my mama baked chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Good.
my mama baked chicken, made Greek beans. Mm. She made a pasta salad, girl. Now, mind you, I've been eating fuck. Because I've been trying to go on a broth diet.
Okay.
You know, a broth.
Right. Girl, pull it together before we get this done.
Oh, whatever, however I'm going to get a slingshot out there. However I will be out there in a slingshot, bitch. You know, motherfucker, baby took me all up in her ass. I'll be out there in a slingshot. Oh, bitch. Yeah, it's enough man bodies out there, little man bodies. What's true, bitch? Oh, God. It's man body bitches. Yeah. So, you know, they say the point. Why you let that bitch get in my gut like that? I ain't even know you like that. You ain't let me know you need help. Right. You didn't like the girl you were rapping up, what you were saying about the white with black people, and they sat there and said nothing. Yeah. So it's just like, how y'all sat up there and trying to do that, call and then call those motherfucking equals from Africa shit. She called them, and she ain't calling them bitches man at a time. Right. This second time, she called them. And listen, for me, this is for me. When them white preachers be up there talking, they got a heavy southern accent, I automatically think they racist. Rico, you said I can't support the starter house because well, here's the thing, that you have that prerogative. We are addressing that on the TV show. If you choose to subscribe to watch it, that's great. If you can't support us, Rico, I understand. Dominique didn't scam us out of any money. Dominique didn't scam anybody out of any money. And I honestly would not put her on television or in the front of me to, you know, if all of that were true. Right. I wouldn't even put myself in a position like that. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't do that. And this is why I keep explaining to everyone that the money doesn't even go to jobs. The money goes to nature. It goes straight to the organization. It goes straight to the organization. It doesn't come to me. It doesn't come to anyone. It comes to the organization. So keep an eye on us.
Yes, you can track your money. All of that. So I did agree. I did. She's my friend. She's helping me change the world. She's raising money for this stuff that she's not being paid for any of the things that she's doing. And so I'm okay.
And I wanted to say is I'm glad we brought that back up. Because what I wanted to say was,
Oh, I never said what I wanted to say at the damn thing. Yeah, go ahead.
but first let me say this. We get excited when we have been on here a while.
Yeah, that's so much to say.
I want to challenge the gay men that are watching, and specifically the gay men, simply because we already know that historically there's been a divide between our community and the trans community. And so I want to challenge the gay men to give whatever you can give to the starter house, whatever that is. I don't give a damn if it's $5. Right. But I want to challenge gay men to be able to give, not just because of the reasons that I just said, but also because most of us don't have children and we have discretionary income.
I don't. Well, please, I'm not cutting crack off. Trey W said she's not getting paid now. Better give that lady a little something. She doesn't want anything. This is the thing. She doesn't want anything. I'm not being paid either.
The money that you're donating is going to go for the housing for where these people are going to be living.
None of us are getting paid.
Right. So I just think that it's important for us, gay men, and anybody can donate.
Yeah, but donate link up there.
Specifically, I'm saying that I think the gay men should donate just to stand in solidarity with trans women,
especially now.
And then also because, like I said, many of us don't have children. Even if we do have children, typically we have more money, discretionary income, because we do not have children. And so just donate a little bit. I'm actually going to donate too.
Thank you, Fred.
And then the other thing that I wanted to say was, if I had made it to the thing the other day, and I said this to you before we first started talking about doing this, I think that sheer virtue of doing this is going to send a vibration. So for trans
God.
spend a lot of time talking about.
Yes, there is also a program for trans men.
Right, but I'm just saying, I know that there probably are trans men who operate in the sex work space as well, right? But I think that it's great that you're doing this because you had no idea when you started, when you were first transitioning, and all the way up to this point now, you had no idea that this was going to be your journey. And I think that, and when I said to her when she first started talking about doing this, I said, this is what makes you a star. This is what makes you give a damn about what you're doing overall. This is philanthropy. Yeah, and I said, and it's important that you connect yourself and tie yourself to a cause, because this is what being a star is all about. Yeah, I think that it's really great. Yeah, and I think that it's going to, and I watched the live that Gay Magazine did. Yeah, y'all were interviewing, walking around the house and all that stuff. And when you were talking about each space, yeah, like you were talking about, I was like, damn, I never really thought about it like that. Like you said, like that was your first house, everything you just know about the internet, all that stuff. But also that's where Bitch Less Dish was born. Queen's Court, yeah, Supreme Court. That's where you did the cozy piece. That everything. The reality. Correct.
Everything happened like the way my trajectory of my life. And at first, I was apprehensive about filming it, and I was like, no, these girls need to see their lives documented the same way I saw my life. Because even walking through that house and walking through like living here, and then walking through that house and seeing like the way the photographs are on the wall, and the way that like my grandma they put it there,
Right.
Like all the stuff in the ground. Like this house is huge.
Yeah.
But the fact that sitting, I took all the photographs of me and I took And I'm walking down looking at that shit, I'm like,
To be able to, so that's what I'm saying. So like when I watched it, and I was like to see all of that stuff in that space, I was just like, oh my god. And it really just made me. I mean, just for the piece that I've seen in your life from the time that we've known each other, I was just looking at it like, you know, like so much happened over there at that house. And I saw Chi Chi in the video, and you know, it just made me think about all of that stuff. So I don't know. I'm really proud of you and what you're doing with it, and I hope that it becomes bigger than it is. I hope that people around the world take pieces of that and stars, like other stars, right? You know, because what people don't understand, what comes with star power about it is people get behind the stars that they love. Correct. Like if you're a star and you have a home that you're not doing anything with, that's your summer vacation home or that's this home or whatever, and you know, and you it just collecting dust. Yeah. There are people there you can help do reforms. And things like that. Like put your if you want to make change in the world, put your money where your mouth is. Nobody's paying me a dime for it. Nobody. Right. And then also hopefully, you know, if this is the vision, you know, maybe there will be a T.S. Madison starter house in other cities around the country. You understand what I'm saying? Like it could grow to that. Trent W said, what is the actual divide between trans and gay people that needs to be on our television? Craig and I have talked about it. I told Craig that I'm actually about to do telling our stories.
Or no.
So what you looking for? Yup, gotta load up before you head out. Always gotta have a mag of that. Need any more? That'll light 'em up. Yup, gotta load up before you head out. Always gotta have a mag of that. Need any more? That'll light 'em up. Yup, gotta load up before you head out. Always gotta have a mag of that. Need any more? Hey, you think Amani? Nah, what the hell am I?
So when a male and a female anglerfish find each other in a
June, the tickets are already on sale. You'll be able to purchase those tickets. One of my moderators, Mantra, she's been dropping the link in there. We're going to have food and soft drinks because I don't need y'all niggas over there fighting and arguing and carrying on because you've had a couple too many drinks. But this is a conversation for Black queer people. Anybody is able to come, straight, white, whomever. You're welcome to come, but the conversation will be centered on Black queer people. I'm going to have promotional material coming out soon, but somebody mentioned it, so here we are. But it's going to be June 20th here in Atlanta. The venue is already locked in. I've already started promoting the tickets. So, but yeah, we're going to have this conversation. But it's going to be a wholesome, a holistic conversation. Because I want lesbians to be there. I want non-binary. People to be there. Day is it? It's a Friday, June 20th. It's Friday, June 20th. Here in Atlanta. And so I'm hoping that it's going to be a conversation for the community. So Barry P., I see you in there. You said you want to be a part of the conversation. The tickets are there. We're going to have food and soft drinks. Parking is free. It's going to be really great. So we'll be doing more about it. Well, we can say like there's a divide between gay men and trans women. Absolutely. And there's there's a divide between trans women and biological women. And we're going to talk about all of that. So I hope that some of my I hope some of my trans sisters will be there as well. I'll sit in the audience. Okay. Because I know you talked about one of the they talked about that we sit down. I do. I really want because there's also a divide between gay men and some straight women. I'd like for you for it to all for it to go to what it all boils down to. Yeah. And I'm going to say this, and then I'm going to peace. Taylor Ford is running through me. It's men. Yeah. It really is. It's men. And I hope that there are some straight men who will show up. Straight Black men. Again, it's men. Because there's a divide between gay men and straight men. It's men. Yeah. It's men, and it's also the inherent homophobia and transphobia that was passed down for our people. Absolutely. Because as a passing man, you can be like, I don't understand that. And then a bio woman can be like, yeah, me either, because I don't fuck with that. Right. I can be your friend. I can't fuck with that. Right. And then it's always the T is on the outside like that. Yeah. But again, the bottom line boils down to men. Yeah. And I want it to be, that's what I'm saying. That's why I hope that there are
But the president says Luma was not involved in the decision to remove the NSA leaders.
Laura Loomer is a very good patriot. She is a very strong person. And I saw her yesterday for a little while. She makes recommendations of things and people. And sometimes I listen to those recommendations like I do with everybody. I listen to everybody and then I make a decision.
Luma was an influential voice around President Trump on the campaign trail last year, even though several of his advisors tried to keep her at a distance. Well, a major ruling from South Korea's constitutional court, demonstrators dancing in the streets after a decision on the fate of embattled President Yoon Suk-yeol. We'll tell you more in a moment.
What do you do when your tires are low and you've got someplace to go? What if the solution was right in your pocket? Introducing Pocket Air Pro by Bullseye, the compact compressor that goes anywhere to fill it up with air. Equipped with a 3,000 milliamp rechargeable lithium-ion battery, that's enough power to take this car tire from flat to filled, and the whole family's bike tires in no time. It puts the power of a full-size air compressor in your pocket. Low pressure warning? Fill it up with Pocket Air. Motorcycle tire flat? Pocket Air Pro can fill that. Take it with you to class to fill it up fast. Whether inflating basketballs or soccer balls, Pocket Air can do it all. Featuring an advanced smart pressure sensor, it automatically stops when your set tire pressure is reached. Simply set it and let it inflate, completely hands-free. Pocket Air Pro is lightweight, durable, and is powerful enough to lift all that weight. Even a trailer loaded with thousands of pounds of equipment is no match for Pocket Air Pro. Pocket Air is powerful enough to inflate this giant truck. With an ultra-bright LED light and a large display screen, it's safe to use even at night. And with 4 custom air nozzles on board, it's perfect for pool toys, exercise balls, and more. Gas station air out of order? Fill it up anytime, anywhere with Pocket Air. Call or go online now and get the complete Pocket Air Pro system for just $59.99. It comes with the carry case, car charger, and a 90-day money-back guarantee. And for a limited time, we'll give you a 50% discount on a second one. Plus, we'll ship your entire order free. You get it all at incredible value.
Our people who are trans will show up. I hope that there are straight men who will show up. Heterosexual women.
Thank you, Cinnabon.
You know,
It's 174 or go online.
because I'm very clear that there are straight women who have fallen in love with us, you as a trans person, me as a gay man, who are struggling with their own children, their own family members who are queer. But because they fell in love with us, it gave them some patience with their own children, with their own family members or whomever it is, right? So I really believe that my life's work is about bridging communities. And so that's really what
Carter, I understand what you're saying, and I get it. That's great.
Stay informed, stay connected, stay invested. From our studios in Abu Dhabi, join me for Connect the World with Becky Anderson.
Today on CNN. Inside Africa, see a continent in transformation as trailblazers evolve culture, technology, and industry across Africa and beyond. Step into the cage with the fighters shaping mixed martial arts across the continent.
Watch out. Africa is coming. The talent here in Africa is coming. The world soon will find out.
Inside Africa on CNN in association with Zenith Bank.
On Sunday night, a Fareed Zakaria special. The ruthless gutting of government defining the Trump era will pave the way. Fareed Zakaria examines the history behind the rage of the world government. A Fareed Zakaria special Sunday on CNN.
On Laura Goes Live, we cover it all, from legal battles. At least one juror has now been excused from political showdowns. How much do you think that weighs on the president and the conversations in between? Wayne from Washington. Wayne, what's your question? Will you take this all the way to the Supreme Court?
I'm not refuting a syllable of what you said.
What do you say to people who are looking to find their voice? All the news, all on Laura Coates Live, tonight on CNN. Let's talk business. There's update you on the latest financial moves across the region, from Dubai to Saudi Arabia, Oman to Egypt. Discover what is transforming the region's economic landscape. Join me for the latest trends and innovations, making investing in the Middle East more attractive.
Marketplace Middle East, Saturday on CNN.
South Korea's Constitutional Court has ruled in favor of removing impeached President Yoon Suk-yeol from office, effective immediately. The unanimous decision from the court's 8 judges sparked celebrations among protesters who were outraged by Yoon's decision to briefly impose martial law back in December. That was followed by months of political turmoil and legal battles. CNN's Mike Valerio live this hour for us again there in Seoul. So does this bring to an end months of political turmoil in South Korea, or is it just sort of another twist and turn along the way?
I would say, John, that it does bring an end to drama that has existed for more than 100 days since the now ex-president of South Korea, Yoon Suk-yeol, declared martial law, sent troops to the National Assembly, the heart of South Korean democracy, to try to end a political impasse. But, John, where we're standing right now, a lot of protesters have dispersed, frankly, going out for lunch, declaring victory and sort of breathing a sigh of relief. But protesters who have congregated here, we're very much in the heart of the old city of Seoul. They have been standing in this spot for weeks, sometimes under these tense gatherings, saying that martial law, from their point of view, putting the military in charge of law and order, albeit for a short period of time, was unacceptable. And it's a period of South Korea's history that happened during the 80s, happened again for a brief moment on December 3rd and 4th, that they do not want to go back to. We did, though, John, just hear from South Korea's now ex-president Yoon Suk-yeol, and he, in short, sent out a brief statement, thanked supporters for being behind him, said it was a great honor to serve them in the Republic of Korea, and thanked his supporters for being with him despite his shortcomings, a direct quote from the end of the statement. So it seems as though he is admitting defeat. That's why this appears to be the end of this drama. Let's listen from a protester who is a couple meters behind us, what she thinks of this moment. Listen to what she said.
It's hard to describe, honestly. Excited, happy, but the moment the Constitutional Court said that he was impeached, I started bawling. I cried for 4 minutes, and I couldn't talk, and it was such a heavy feeling.
So let's look at the rest of that tableau over my right-hand shoulder. Again, a lot of people who have gone home, but around 7 o'clock our time, in the next couple hours, we are expecting more gatherings in this part of town, specifically near City Hall, which is, I'd say, about a 10-minute walk down the main avenue that we're looking at from our camera position. And in terms of what happens next, it's electing a new president for South Korea within the next 60 days, John. One who can go toe-to-toe with the Trump administration and these new U.S. tariffs, John.
Mike, thank you. Mike Valerio, live from there in Seoul. And we'll stay in Seoul a little longer. Joining us now live is Do-Young Kim, an adjunct senior fellow with the Center for a New American Security. Thank you for being with us.
Thanks for having me back, John.
Okay, so this may be an end to Yoon's political career, but does this really actually mean an end to the divisions within South Korea, especially between Yoon's supporters and his opponents?
No, the division between the conservatives and progressives, the bigger
division will only intensify in the next days, weeks, and months, even years to come. The verdict really has, nobody in South Korea really condones President Yoon's choice to use martial law to deal with what he outlines in the threat assessment, anti-state forces, communist sympathizers. There are a lot of moderates and conservatives who agree with his analysis, but nobody agrees with the choice of martial law that he used to deal with them. Now, that said, the months that we saw following his declaration, the mass protests, the anti-impeachment protests, these were not about supporting him in his place. This is actually about pushing back against the progressives when South Koreans saw that the progressive dominated and controlled National Assembly would impeach a series of key government officials, paralyzing the government, also impeaching the prime minister, who was supposed to be the acting president when Yoon was impeached, and then having an acting, like the third in line, the acting president here. They also saw flaws in procedural laws in the constitutional court process, and they have a lot of complaints about that. And the parallel process of the criminal charge process and the arrest and the events leading up to the arrest, a lot of South Koreans looked flaws there, and these are conservative moderates who really advocate for proper due process, rule of law, and the use of properly using democratic practices to hold a president accountable. And so that's where some of that rage is coming from those who exclusively support the president.
And one of the 8 judges, as part of the Constitutional Court, spoke to reporters after the verdict. He kind of explained why there was this unanimous decision to uphold Parliament's decision to impeach the president. Here he is.
He shocked the people and caused chaos across all fields, including society, economy, politics, and diplomacy. As the president of all the people, he violated his duty to unite society beyond the people who support him.
I think it was just part of the session, actually. But regardless, how significant was testimony, though, from senior military and police officers that they received orders from Yoon to prevent rival politicians from reaching the National Assembly to try to prevent them from overturning the declaration of martial law?
Yeah, and here too, you've got legal scholars really parsing the legalities in every single word that they heard from the various witnesses who testified. And, there's a lot of disagreement among legal scholars, clearly among his lawyers and the National Assembly's lawyers on all the legalities and, of course, the interpretation of the laws. A lot of disagreement and different definitions and interpretations of South Korea's laws. So that was another thing that the public had to witness. That for some circles in South Korea, that raises questions about whether they can trust the judicial process, the court process. But regardless, again, he should not have gone through the martial law route. He should have used the power of persuasion through politics and tried to deal with any threats that he deemed were necessary to deal with. But now, going forward, it's really going to be a battle between, again, the conservatives and the progressives. This time, unlike the last presidential impeachment case, the conservatives have really consolidated. They've really banded together, which was actually unexpected. And so I think going forward with the snap election, as things stand today, the moderates and even those in their 20s and 30s, they may actually end up being the swing voters because they see a lot of the conservatives, moderates, see the progressives to be sympathetic to communism, pro-China, and anti-U.S. So it's really going to be a fierce battle between the two sides.
Just very quickly, there's 60 days until that election will be held, or must be held within 60 days. That's a long time to wait before any kind of official response, I guess, to the turmoil and chaos created by Donald Trump's tariffs.
Absolutely. And so right now, in the next 60 days, of course, it's going to be the acting president who the prime minister has been reinstated after his impeachment. And so, the country will basically be run by him. But it will be challenging for South Korea to really respond to Trump's fast-paced policies right now. and even to coordinate with Washington properly without a sitting president to deal with regional and global issues that could significantly impact South Korea's national security and economic security. So this uncertainty really does not do well for South Korea or for the alliance.
Yes, a lot of uncertainty can this create. Julia, Kim, thanks so much for being with us. It's good to see you.
Thank you.
Well, this could be awkward. The US Secretary of State meeting with NATO allies for his boss escalates a trade war with friend and foe alike. Very late this in the moment.
But from my experience, it's definitely men. Because if you ask gay men, why the fuck do they want to be that? Because if a man wants to be with a man, he'll be with a man. If he wants to be with a woman, he's a woman. Why would he want that? Because I've heard many gay men say that about a girl. Yeah. I've heard that out of my mouth. Out of the mouths of people. I've heard that. And it's about men doing this. Then you hear women saying, well, any man that wants y'all can't want me. And that's not true. Yeah. We're going to talk about all of that too. And the divide between gays and lesbians. Because there's definitely a rift there too. Well, it's because that's when the lesbians become, that's when they start to be a woman. And not their sexual orientation. It becomes their gender identity. Not a woman. Well, there was a lesbian that said she don't like being around gay men because they use the word bitch too much. Well, because she's a woman. And they don't want to be called bitch. But she's a woman. Right. But then there have been gay men who have said they don't like to be around the lesbians because they always want to fight. You know what they say? In the event of emergency, you don't want to be called a bitch. That's right. She's a woman. Right. No longer a lesbian now. Now he's just a woman. Correct. Yeah. Telling our story. That's what this conversation is called. I have a web series on my YouTube channel, so if you want to go and catch up the game. But it's going to be June 20th, Friday, June 20th here in Atlanta. Tickets on sale. They say be more specific and yeah, be more specific. Yeah, it's a stud. It's usually the studs that want to fight. Right, and see, that's part of the tail. Right. And see, you can hear this from the bachelors. Go ahead. Them studs are buff a ball in a heartbeat. A nigga ain't got no hope. If a group
appears to be the sound of
studs come in the building, somebody get their ass whooped. And see, here's the thing. Here's the thing. A stud whooping your ass. Part of the reason why the gays and the lesbians don't party anymore is because of that. When the gay boys sometimes want to dance up on a lipstick lesbian, then here comes the stud coming, with that bravado. Let me tell you, studs you ain't fucking off with no stud. A stud gonna fuck you up. That nigga gonna hold them titties down, bitch, with that white tee, and you gonna get the hands in a ball. I'd rather have studs than building. But them studs ain't gonna have they leaping on your ass. Them studs ain't gonna Bitch, I had a barber and she was a stud. You had a dick, nigga? When I say she was so aggressive, nigga, if you had a dick, I would just go in there and get my hair cut. I ain't even want to call. I told one of them motherfucking studs I know that they came out to the show. I said, oh, I remember. Who's them titties? But them titties must be what's the problem. Right. Because if you had a dick, bitch, you ain't got no dick down there, nigga. That's why I don't understand how people can't see the divine feminine or the divine masculine. I can't see how they don't understand where the divine moves. Because there are some men that are so female. And it's just like, oh. And then there's some women, some females that are so, it's just nigga in there. And you be like, bro. And I don't got to do with a couple of them, and I done told them. I don't want to whoop your ass out here.
Gilberto, don't get your motherfucking ass blocked, bitch. I see your comment.
I don't want to beat your ass out here for it. But you got one swing with that bottle, and I'm going to stomp some titties off your chest. And I'm not going to get no bitch to do it. Because we squared up like niggas out here, bitch. We all confused in this motherfucker. So when the police get here, bitch, we just go to get jail together. Because bitch, you swing on me, homie. Let me pee. Run the commercial mode. Run the goddamn commercial. Washington, D.C. The flags are coming back to the Howard Theater on May 30th. Yeah, that's right. We're coming back. You know, probably giving up coming back to the Howard Theater on May 30th. Washington, D.C. Honey, they said y'all put us up with the flags. Guess what? Y'all called us back. Oh, my God. May 30th, 2025, the Fed will be back in the building at the Howard Theater. Honey, the Howard Theater said, honey, we brought the black folks and all the other kin folks downtown, and come on back. So guess what? Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Come on, get your seats, honey. Visit www.spagtalk.com to get your tickets for the 5:30 show. That is May the 30th, 2020. Baltimore, Maryland. Baltimore.
Look, I frankly thought in some ways it could be worse in the markets because this is a big transition. You saw the president said earlier today, it's like a patient who is very sick. We did the operation, and now it's time to make the patient better. And that's exactly what we're doing. Yeah, look, one bad day in the stock market compared to what President Trump said earlier today, and I think he's right about this, we're going to have a booming stock market for a long time.
NATO Secretary General again believes, at least publicly, the U.S. remains completely committed to the alliance. That may be welcome news for the U.S. Secretary of State as he balances the global shock of Trump's new tariffs with another day of NATO meetings in Brussels. More now from CNN's Alex Markman.
The U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio came here to NATO expecting to talk about very specific agenda items with NATO allies. He wanted to reassure those allies that the U.S. is very much a part of and will remain a part of the NATO alliance. He expected to talk about the war in Ukraine, how to end it, what security assistance for Ukraine would continue to look like, and defense spending, something the Trump administration has been pushing NATO allies to do, to spend more on defense. But in a large way, this meeting here at NATO of the foreign ministers was overshadowed by the news that President Trump planned to slap massive tariffs on countries all around the world. The Western official telling me here at NATO that it is tough to do the business. Canadian Foreign Minister Melanie Joly, who said they are trying to have constructive conversations, but also at the same time send a message to the United States over these tariffs. Take a listen.
So this is what we're doing, but clearly we're passing that message to our American counterparts that, you know, it's difficult to have these conversations in context of a trade war. And at the end of the day, it is those who are watching us right now, Alex, that will be suffering from these tariffs and that issue of trust amongst allies. And we want to be constructive.
Joly went on to say that they are exerting what she called maximum pressure on the White House to back off these tariffs. And as distracting as they may be to the conversations here at NATO, she said the goal is to emerge from these 2 days of meetings with a united message. It does not appear that Joly or the other foreign ministers are holding these tariffs against Rubio himself. Everybody is being friendly. There was the potential for an awkward sit-down between Rubio and his Danish counterpart. The Trump administration has made no secret of their desire to annex Greenland, which is a Danish territory, but we're told by the State Department that that did not come up. So Rubio has had to grapple with all kinds of issues during these 2 days of meetings here at NATO. Alex Marquardt, CNN at NATO headquarters.
After a day of high-level talks at the White House, an envoy for Vladimir Putin says the Trump administration understands Russian concerns. According to Russian state media, Kirill Dmitriev says the main issue now is restoring Russian-American ties. The relationship, which apparently was interrupted during the Biden administration. Also told CNN there has been major progress in ceasefire talks in Ukraine, and that is thanks to the Trump White House as well.
I think there is an understanding for how we can move to finalize the agreement, and there have been lots of discussion in that realm. Lots of differences still remain, but I think there are several passes to try to address all of the issues, and only diplomatic solution can be possible.
Dmitry also highlighting Russia's absence from the list of global tariffs, which were unveiled by President Trump on Wednesday. When we return, a day after the Israeli Prime Minister and subject of a warrant from the International Criminal Court arrives in Hungary, the country announces it's withdrawing from the ICC.
What do you do when your tires are low and you've got someplace to go? What if the solution was right in your pocket? Introducing Pocket Air Pro.
Ellen, honey, the motherfucking fans are on the way on May 25th, 2020. A second. And this is a full fact talk show. Like some of you have DM'd. Pardon me, this motherfucking Taylor. Bitch, that Taylor Port working up. You can, it's a full show, because they were like, well, is it just 20 minutes? I'm like, no, it's a show. So, yes, it's a Friday. Okay, it's a Friday. But yes, so we're going to be in St. Pete, May 2nd. So please come down. So that means Tampa? Yes. Orlando? That's right. Jacksonville. Clearwater? Jacksonville? Dallas, we keep seeing y'all. You don't see they trying to lock the girls up there in Dallas? Texas, they trying to make me a trainee illegal, and the show is partly ran by a trainee and an almost trans. So, bitch, I'm over here looking at Texas like y'all ain't gonna crack me out of Texas. I mean, I have been talking to the. And they ready for us to come. I know. But the training scared she will get locked up in the airport. Listen, they ain't gonna be, when I land, they ain't gonna have the coast outside for me. Timothy, come here, Timothy. I'm gonna fuck on that wig. Come here, Timothy. That's not my name anymore. They gonna say, oh, boy, Timothy. Timothy? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Timothy, you right there with that mauve-colored dress on. Timothy! Timothy! Let me go over there and get Timothy, please. Get them handcuffs and get Timothy. Timothy! Tap Timothy's shoulders. Timothy! Come here! You don't see me walking? You don't see me walking, man? Let me see what her passport says. Madison! Yeah, you. Come here. Come here. Hey.
Come check out the new vehicle on the podium. You can win it with
Oh my God. Well, ma'am, your document shows that you.
It happens to us all.
Luxury is just a click away. Log on to the Diamond Casino and Resort website and buy your luxury penthouse villa today. Come on, what are you waiting for?
Goodbye.
I know what you're talking about. You want to see my pussy?
Now, from man to eat.
Yeah, we're gonna sit in the bag. No, we can do it right here. Oh my God. We can do it right here, bitch. Oh God. Oh God. Y'all are crazy. That Donovan McClellan thought I forgot about him, but I didn't. Oh my God. What she did? What he did, bro? God, what Mr. McClellan did? He went over there and. I know this is not talking to him from the pulpit. But the young people need to know I walk and I try to find myself through other men
Yo, one night we sneak
in the church,
I'd love to see you rip that shit apart. Just like
in
old
the
times.
Grand Church. What am I doing? I'm taking the mask off. I'm taking the mask off. I'm taking the mask off. I'm telling the young people I'm coming clean. You want real? I'm real right now. You want real? I'm real. I'm real. I'm transparent right now. You have no idea how many times I gave myself away trying to find myself. Just trying to feel love because my daddy didn't come. Just trying to feel love because I didn't have a man to show me what love was. And the only man that loved me lusted me when I was 8, and that's all I knew to look for. So playing the piano, speaking in tongues, when somebody seeing me on the piano, and come in and say, let me help you, only to make me twice the son of hell he was. You don't know what's going on with your kids. And you let your discernment go when you look at their friends and don't discern what's in them. Oh, that's just Johnny. That's just Sally. You don't understand what's going on right now. Katy Perry is turning the girls out. Talking about this girl and I liked it. You don't hear what I'm telling you. These young girls are just as bad as the boys in homosexuality. But you don't see it. You don't see it. You don't see it. But today, hear me, every one of you young people. But God said with loving kindness, not with condemnation, with loving kindness, y'all hear me? Not with guilt, with loving kindness. Have I drawn you? God said, I don't want your gift. I want your life. I don't want your talent. I want you. And I will heal every broken cycle. I will turn your life around. Trust me, I didn't start living until I turned 40. I didn't start living until I turned 40. Now I'm living the best time of my life because he's healed me. So my 50 is like 20 all over again. God's giving me back the years that the palmer worm and the kangaroo and the caterpillar has destroyed. He's giving me back the years. I need somebody to raise the praise right now. And I understand. Hear me, musicians, singers, young people, all in this room. I understand. Man, how it is.
Oh, yeah. So I have quite a bit I want to say, and I want to kind of take my time. Is there an ounce of truth in what he said? Yeah. I do think that
I'm not interrupting Fred, and I'm also not ignoring Fred. I'm working on trying to get this up here on the bio so that y'all can click the link to order this stuff. So Craig is giving his thought. Craig, I'm gonna let me talk to you. So that the audience, I'm not ignoring you. I'm not checking out. I'm just making sure that because we just talked about it.
Right,
so
right.
we gotta remove some stuff. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. So my thing is this. My concern is always black people first. My concern is always black queer people. And so when I first heard that, it made me think instantly about queer people who sit in the church who may have been in that actual audience, who will leave that church, carry that hurt, that pain, internalize it, and then they begin to hate themselves. That's one thing. And one of the things that I wrote about in my second book, this one, is there's a lot of hurt and pain in our community. Like I was just talking, this is why I'm telling our stories. Like I just said, there's a divide between within the community, right? And in that book, I talk about how we come into this community, and I don't give a damn if you're trans, gay, whatever. When we come into this community, we come into this community carrying so much brokenness, so much pain, so much hurt. And I'm a believer that part of the reason our relationships end prematurely isn't because our relationships just can't work, but it's because we come into this community so broken. And we are a community of people with broken hearts and broken souls trying to have relationships with other broken hearts and souls. There are so few of us who have taken the time to really do our work, our healing work. We spend so much time trying to get into relationships, and we don't really sit on the sideline and try to figure out how to repair and heal ourselves, right? Come on, preach, Fred. Come on, bitch, take your time, Pastor Fred. I got to take my time on this. And all right. And one of the things that
every time Lamar walks in smiling like that, I want to try.
that saddens me is there are people, queer people, who go to church because they really do believe that they can pray the gay away. They can pray the trans away. Yeah. Yeah. And the truth is,
Me and the Army are through, but I still got plenty of old friends who give me trade prices. That's why you hired me, though, right?
All right, y'all. I'm going to bed. I'm tired. It's past my bedtime. Yeah.
Charger. You can never have enough chargers. Of course, Heavenly sells chargers. The charger and the cable come to about $20, but these come from China. And there is a 34% tariff from China. 34% of $20. Mathematics yourself. Suddenly this becomes more expensive.
All right, y'all. Good night.
Ghost pepper spicy
Have a good Friday
from Malaysia.
at work / school, at the gym, whatever y'all plan on doing. Have fun and be safe. And I will see y'all tomorrow.
Goes on.
Good night.
Goes up. As it says here, flaming spicy